Well, as we go on here on this Monday after a very long holiday weekend. And Charles Frazier is able with me this morning. Roger will be back tomorrow, allegedly.
Yeah, apparently his weekend is even longer than
Even
most.
longer than the rest of us.
Yeah.
How are you, man?
I'm right.
Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, it wasn't long for me. I mean, it was long because I didn't work it, but
I'm just saying,
beyond that, it was like I was trying to figure that out. How was it a long weekend? I was like, yeah,
It's like, what do we do?
I mean, it was long. Right. Not. I guess a lot of people had from Wednesday to today off. Well, I mean, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, I worked the whole day Wednesday. I was off Thursday and Friday all throughout the weekend.
Wow.
I didn't know
I've
that.
heard,
I was like, there were no games or anything. What is this?
You just like watch football, turn the volume down, and announce it.
No.
That's what you should have done.
No.
Hey.
Watched a lot of reruns of Yellowstone leading up to that new episode last night. So.
Yeah, we're not watching Yellowstone.
Wish I could
Wasn't
tell you.
Landman though. Liking
That's
that.
good.
Yeah.
You like
good.
it? You
Yeah.
watched all the episodes?
All four.
Yeah, all four so far.
Yeah.
Like it?
I do.
Good.
Billy
Very
Bob.
good. Yeah, he is very good in that. So, but
Yeah.
so whether it's football or catching up on your team, we hope you had a good weekend.
Definitely.
So, got a very busy morning ahead of us here on Mornings in Meridian. Of course, your phone calls at 601-485-9191. And of course, we're on the app, Facebook Live, YouTube, and 102.1 FM, of course, on your radio dial here on this. I guess we can officially say Merry Christmas now because the turkey has had his day now. So we're officially in the holiday season. So
Turkey was pardoned. And so was somebody else, by the way.
oh, we're going to get into that.
No, we don't have to. But
That is the big news this morning. So
I beg your pardon.
yeah, so we've got our Bikers United for Children going to be stopping by to see us this
Awesome.
morning, talking
Yeah.
about their big toy drive, which is one of our favorite events here at Mornings in Meridian. Also, Teresa Westbrook's going to be stopping by to talk about the cookbook sale that's coming up as well. So
Awesome.
So got a very busy morning ahead of us, and of course, all the big stories from the weekend. But before we get too deep into the show, I need to thank one of our great local sponsors here at Mornings in Meridian. Who is leading off December here?
Don't be a dumb bunny.
No, Battery One Source.
Well, 2618 North Frontage Road in between exit 152 and 153 is where you will find batteries for every need and description. Watches, remote cell phones, even laptop computers. If your laptop computer doesn't have a battery, you know what it is?
Yeah.
Desktop. Yep. Now your laptop, once again, bring it down to Battery One Source. And look at the best cell phone repair guy in the business as well.
Said.
It is there, bringing in a quick fix. And of course, they've got the battery tenders, maintainers, cables, and they'll test your batteries for free. If your golf cart ain't running, bring it on down. They are the best at golf cart service and repair. 2618 North Frontage Road, 61693-1500. They're open 8 to 4:30 Monday through Friday. Battery One Source is your one source for batteries and many other things as well.
Well, of course, the big story this morning on the national landscape is, Fox is talking about it on the tube over here. That is the pardon that happened. When did this happen? Late yesterday afternoon.
Were you shocked?
Not really.
No.
Yeah, Joe Biden has, he will pardon his son Hunter. So all of these, gun charges, all these federal crimes and everything else that he was going to be sentenced for in the upcoming days. I believe the sentencing is going to be coming up either this week or next week.
Yeah. I mean, and to be honest, all the charges all the crimes they charged him with were nothing like the ones that he was actually guilty of. So,
Sure.
Seen all the evidence on pictures of him doing all kinds of things that were, untoward.
Whatever word you want to use.
Yes. But also with his involvement in Ukraine and and things like that. So it goes a lot deeper than just these kind of surface charges that they were actually able to make stick. But no, I'm surprised he didn't do it earlier.
Yeah,
I guess, but I question the timing. It was odd. It was kind of on a Sunday, but maybe he was kind of hoping that in the hubbub of Christmas and all of the attention to that, that it would be kind of lost in the news. But but why do it now? Why not do it immediately after you've lost the election? Okay, let's go ahead and do it. Or why not wait until you're almost out of office? It's kind of an odd timing doing it.
they had a long. They were in Nantucket this weekend at the long holiday weekend with Hunter and the family, and they talked about it. And
you think he cried a little bit? Come on, Dad.
Yeah, begging his dad,
so please.
Yeah.
Oh, fine. I'll do it. Shut up.
Well, and of course, this all goes back to the numerous times that the current president had said, about pardoning his son. that he was not going to do it. Well, now he has done it. So now the question is going to be when President Trump takes office on January 20th, what about all those individuals that are sitting in prison from January 6th that are still sitting there?
Sure.
So if you pardon Hunter Biden, what about those folks? I'm pretty sure Trump will do that. And then the media will go absolutely ballistic when that happens.
They will, but I mean, there have always been presidential pardons, and they're basically based on how much that donor gives to the candidates. I mean, it's all corrupt, however you look at it. I think that the January 6th, crimes that people are charged with were pardonable. Put it that way.
Let's
And
be,
they should be,
let's be honest, it's a little extreme on some of that.
It has been. The sentencing seems to be a little extreme. And I mean, I guess that's a presidential prerogative. Pardon your family members too.
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, he's not the first and won't be the last to do it.
Yeah. So anyway, that's going to be a big story that all of the national shows here on ALT are going to pretty much they're going to chew on that bone all
Talk
day.
about Biden. I mean, of all the things that he's done or hasn't done, I mean, that's to me one of the most innocuous.
Yeah.
Do I care if Hunter's in prison or not? No. Does it make a difference in my life? No. It's just more of an indication of the kind of administration that he's ran for the last 4 years anyway. So,
I mean,
par for the course.
Bottom line is, if you ask the average American that stays plugged into all of this stuff, do you think the Biden family is corrupt? I think probably a large percentage of those Americans would say absolutely.
I think that it goes beyond the Biden family. I think it's, the whole system. I think that was the appeal of Trump is that he wants to drain the swamp, and and more importantly, when you look at the Doge department of
that's going to be interesting.
I mean, that is really what is going to keep this whole thing. I mean, for me, that's the thing that appeals to me most about anything that's been proposed by the to-be Trump administration. I love the Doge more than anything else. I think that's going to be fantastic.
Elon,
I know, man. What a team.
So that is obviously going to be a big national story. Glenn Beck and all of the other hosts are going to be covering that pretty well today. But that came down the pipe late yesterday. It was early evening hours when that story broke yesterday. So not surprised. I'm kind of like you. The timing of it is a little interesting here right before Thanksgiving. So
you would think that he'd wait till right before the inauguration.
But if you look, though, in the past, these announcements that have come from Biden, like when he dropped out of the election, it was on a Sunday, and this was on a Sunday.
Yeah.
So I guess they're thinking maybe if we do this on a kind of a strange day for news, it won't be covered as much. Well, these are pretty big stories there, Mr. President. They're going to be covered pretty thoroughly.
I mean, nobody's watching the 5 o'clock news.
I know.
You get alerts on your phone. I got one yesterday. Oh, okay.
Oh, Hunter got pardoned. Checker.
Exactly.
I was walking through the house.
News. I mean, it doesn't really matter when.
I was walking through the house. Hey, Hunter got pardoned. Shocker.
I know.
Surprise.
Right. I mean, that's why I think it's kind of a non-news story. I mean, he's done it. No, but that's okay. I mean, he did, and it's done. Okay. Like I said, does it affect me personally in any way?
No.
And so move on. What's the next story?
601-485-9191. Yeah, there's a lot of next stories this morning. So let's go to the phone line. Hey, Connor, welcome in.
MAGA morning, true American patriot. MAGA.
You got me singing it now.
It's disturbing.
Do not be a dumb bunny. This is winter. It is climate change. And guess what? It's going to be cold. And your battery's going to give up the ghost one morning.
Wait a minute.
It's going to be slow. Sorry.
Mr. Hasenfrat said climate change.
I heard him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And God is going to change the climate.
There you go.
Because he wants to.
Oh.
And he can.
It's amazing. As you call up as we're talking about the first son getting his pardon yesterday.
Well, when you look at the demon cat mentality, he pardoned turkeys and scummy, crummy sons. But Trump gets in there. First thing he ought to do is everybody that they've put in jail on that January 6th, cut them free. And also, I'm going to pardon these people, and I'm going to pardon myself from further prosecution of any kind.
You know, and has what's amazing to me, and I'm just going through a timeline from the weekend on this particular story. Kash Patel is going to be FBI director. And then right after that story breaks is when this whole story about Hunter Biden breaks. Do you think they might have got a little bit nervous? Well, this guy's going to uncover a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, right. He's not paid for
Exactly.
at the Department of Justice and the FBI right now.
Yeah.
You know, he's not tied into the Democrat inner circle.
Yeah.
So, and there's going to be a new sheriff in town, and I hope that he does a good job to restore what used to be the finest law enforcement agency in the whole country, the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Yeah, someone had asked me last week, who is this Kash Patel? And he did serve in the last Trump administration, I believe, he was in the security defense department, something like that, but intelligence. But just search his name and watch a few videos. You'll know exactly why he has been picked to direct the FBI.
Right. And, what they've had in this past administration, J.H. Hoover, man, has got to be doing handstands at his grave. I mean, it resembles nothing of what the FBI used to be. Used to be when I was growing up, my daddy and I went to the post office that had the FBI 10 most wanted. And if you were a criminal, you had a G-man on your trail, you was good as apprehended. Yeah. But now it doesn't carry any weight unless it's a political takedown, like the Mar-a-Lago thing. They went in there like Trump was some type of Nazi war criminal or something. He was armed to the teeth. They went in there like it was a battle operation, just for the photo op part of it.
Yeah.
But like I said, there's a day of change, and the day is here. Our day of deliverance is now. And I can't wait for it to happen. And like I said, I hope the Democrat or Democrat Party goes down in flames, that nobody even remembers who or what they are. They're the enemy of everything America should be. But on a more pleasant note, I went to the Christmas train last night. I don't think I've ever seen a bigger turnout of people and children in anything I've ever witnessed in Meridian.
Wow.
And everybody seemed to have a good time. I saw Zane down there, and I was tempted to ride the little train. I said, I'm the biggest old kid here.
I was going to say, if you fit, you can ride.
Yeah. It was a real pleasant outing. Everybody seemed to be having a good time. It was in the spirit of Christmas and Advent. And, Christmas is about a child. And you see the magic children in Christmas. It was a really nice event. And Meridian somehow needs more of that. And it needs to be brought into focus more than maybe the crime stuff, corruption, and everything that we know is here that's not going to change, evidently. But, it's not going to change because people don't want it bad enough. If you want change bad enough, you will bring it forth.
Right. And
when you vote, it's just like this Supreme Court election. We're talking razor blade in here.
Yeah.
And I might vote doesn't count. It don't really matter. Well, that's what your enemy is counting on. He's counting on your complacence and your apathy and your do-nothing attitude. Stand in their face, man. Stand in their face. Get in where they live. And speak your heart and mind. Voice your opinion. Your opinion is every bit as valid as anybody else's down here. And people need to stand and deliver on their convictions. Not what's popular or not what gets you the most Mickey Mouse fake friends like Facebook something like that. Stand for what you believe. And whatever the cost is, whether it's family, friends, or whatever, let it be. Just bring it on. Roger that.
There we go. So a after action report on the Christmas train last night. So
Didn't expect him to be there, but you never know if he's going to show up.
yeah, I heard it was a huge turnout for that event. Of course, don't forget tomorrow night is the Christmas tree lighting ceremony down at City Hall. Right, of course, that'll be at 5 o'clock, and of course the Meridian Christmas parade is Saturday at 5 o'clock. So a lot of Christmas events. Of course, Quitman having their Christmas parade tonight.
Really?
So Marion Friday. I mean, you name it, it's happening this week. So a lot of stuff going on. So
And, interesting side note on this pardon that we talked about earlier.
pardon me.
Oh, you've been pardoned, just like the turkeys. The sheer breadth of the pardon, which immunizes Hunter Biden from further federal prosecution for any conduct through a nearly 11-year period that ended at midnight. Not only the crimes for which he's been charged, that's never been done before. It's usually a specific crime, but he's saying whatever he's done.
So that's a broad brush.
Yes, exactly. So that's an interesting point of this pardon, which is, I'm sure that Clay and everybody else this afternoon will get into.
And see, that's language I did not read into when that came down. So that's interesting. That's a broad brush of everything.
Standard pardon practice is to pardon for a specific crime, but this is whatever he's done, he's immune from prosecution. So that's pretty interesting. What else has he done is really the question.
Wow. Let's go back to the phone line. Hey, caller, thanks for holding. Good morning.
What about what he's going to do?
Yeah, you're right on that.
Not much you can do about that.
Great, man.
If he's pardoned from all of it, does that cover what he hadn't done yet?
No, it ended, I think, at midnight. So through the midnight of yesterday.
So he gets a
Anything he's done up until
clean slate starting
If he
today.
does something today, then that's it.
Yeah.
He'll be prosecuted.
During the whole Trump prosecution and trial, what was Biden's battle cry? No one is above the law.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Except Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except Hunter.
Wow.
So,
Well, the Clintons and a variety of other people. But
well, if you want to see just how hypocritical they are, they was all about getting Trump. No one was above the law, but Hunter's above the law. So, it's all really good. I wonder if there's a case in the past where a president has pardoned a relative. I wonder if we set a precedent here with this trashy deal he done, or has that been done before? I wonder.
wouldn't surprise me, but I don't know. Yeah.
Not to my knowledge, but I'm like Charles, wouldn't shock me.
Did Jimmy? Billy Carter probably did something.
I was about to say, you want to bring in the Carters?
The only thing Billy did was drink too much Billy beer.
Billy beer. That gets you in trouble somehow. So,
Yeah.
I probably did something.
Well, Jimmy Carter, he pardoned himself for lusting, I reckon. Remember the Playboy interview where he lusted? Anyway, the only other thing I would have to say is the hottie toddy, gosh almighty.
Oh no.
The egg bowl is going to be, the egg bowl trophy is going to be an auction. There's little kids that may not ever get to see that thing unless their parents take them to auctions. I mean, you got 4-year-old kids running around and still seen an egg bowl trophy other than in auction. So, good place to be in. Looks like it may be a while. But
How's that playoff 12 looking, Chuck?
it looks like we're going to a bowl game and when if they buy tickets. So
I like how folks always say we. I don't see you on the team out there.
you didn't see me.
I didn't see you. I always pick on people when they say we. I don't ever see any folks out there when they say we.
I had 2 receptions and 3 ties.
Wow, that's amazing.
I think actually I went ahead of the Colorado Hunter Travis Hunter. I went ahead of him in the Heisman Trophy.
Wow.
I got to vote for you. Chuck.
There you go. Yeah, he's going to win the Heisman, no doubt.
Oh, have a good day.
I always like to pick on people when they say we. I didn't see you out there the other day.
There's your name on the roster.
Yeah, exactly. 601-485-9191 is our number. And let's thank one of our other great advertisers real quick before we get to our news break.
Well, let's thank the Magnolia Restaurant.
Yes,
inside the Queen City Truck Stop. You know where they are, exit 150.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, they've got the long haul breakfast. If you feel like getting some breakfast, go get you some now. That will keep you going all day long. Of course, today is Monday. We got chicken wings, tips over rice, pot roast.
Wow.
Can't beat that. And of course, we got the fried chicken and the veggie plates and the Biggie Burger. Is that Rob? It's a humongous hamburger, but it's a lot easier to say the Biggie Burger. That's what they call it that. And here's what you need to do. You got a lunch hour, so you call the Magnolia Restaurant, 601-482-0259. Get your order in. By the time you get there, it's hot, fresh, ready to go. Bring it back to the office, and it's quicker and much better than fast food, although it is fast food because it's just quick, but not fast. It's good stuff over there at the Queen City Truck Stop. The Magnolia Restaurant, 601-482-0259.
Absolutely.
Get you some good food.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were busy over the long holiday.
Thursday,
they were back probably. So.
You know it.
We're going to take a break here on Mornings in Meridian. When we return, we've got a lot going on in the community this week. And we've got Bikers United for Children. We've got the cookbook sale. We've got parades. We've got tree lightings. Yeah. We've got it all going on this week. And what did we say last week on the program? I don't want to hear anybody say, there's nothing to do in Meridian. There's nothing to do in Meridian. So we'll talk about all that coming up.
Haters gonna hate.
Haters gonna hate, exactly. So 601-45-9191. Write that number down and call us after our break. Well, Charles, it's finally safe to play Christmas music.
Shit, I've been listening to the last month.
I was actually going to tell you that when I came down to Weidman's to pick up our desserts for Thanksgiving, I asked the bartender, how long have you been playing Christmas music? She said, well, for a while now.
Oh, it's been like 2 days. We started. We started on Monday, I think, because that's when we decorated last Monday. So, but other places, man, it just seemed to start really early this
She
year.
made it seem like an eternity.
Well, for about an hour, it seems like an eternity sometimes.
Like for one, like maybe 1 or 2 days, seems like a month.
Yeah, it really does.
601-485-9191 is our number. Before we visit with our next guest, let's thank our friends down at A&A Glass.
You know it. If it's just a peck or just one of those little cracks in the windshield, they can repair that. Or if you've got the whole thing that needs to be replaced, A&A Glass is the #1 glass replacement company here in town. Have been for 10 years running. They're at 217 22nd Avenue, also known as Sela Ward, Calhoun Parkway, just 2 doors down from the Meridian Children's Museum. 601-693 Glass is their number. They're open 8 to 4 Monday through Friday. They're fast, friendly. They'll work with your insurance company, and they'll beat any price in town. A&A Glass, named for Adam and Adam. That's easy to remember. The first name in glass is Adam. A&A Glass, 601-693 Glass, 217 22nd Avenue. Go down and see them today.
Well, folks, it's one of our favorite events here at Mornings in Meridian. It's coming up. Oh, boy, it's speeding right toward us. And no pun intended for the motorcycles out there. But the United for Children Drive is up in just days. And we got a couple of these guys in here this morning. I'm just going to let you introduce yourselves as we go around the room because I just know nicknames. That's all I know. But I'm just going to go around the room. Starting over here with you, sir.
Hey, I'm Pistolero Ken. Good morning.
Hey, Ken, how are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
Good, sir.
Man,
Yeah, we all know that.
I wish my voice was big and
Oh,
booming.
Like,
Not a big booming voice here. Pistolero twisted.
Well, guys, good morning to both of you. And of course, we recognize this fellow. Of course, he calls our. You haven't called our show in a while. You've been busy or something?
Radio silence, man.
Radio
It's my
silence?
busy time of the year. So I do gas work. I'm always busy.
You're always busy.
Always.
So exactly. So, and of course, got Patrick Kirby in the background over there. He's just kind of observing over there.
Hello. Hello. Pillow for the public. It's napping.
Well, guys, it's here again. Like I said, it is one of our favorite events here at the show, and that is the Bikers United for Children Toy Drive. And tell us the day and time. I know it's coming up soon.
hey, yeah, this is our 14th annual toy run. Coming up December 7th. Over at this year, we've got Chunky Howell over at Chunky River Harley Davidson is helping us out this year. So we're going to be right out there in the middle of everything. Registration starts at 10 o'clock. Kickstands up at 1 to make that trip over to College Park Methodist Church. Is that
Bingo.
right?
Yeah. That's it.
Okay. Just checking. Yeah. I got a lot going on.
I know it's
A lot-
well, I mean, when you get up to the week of the event, I mean, there's still a lot of stuff you got to get squared away. But it's hard to believe this is already here. We just got done with Thanksgiving, and now we're here in the Christmas season. This is kind of that the first big event to kick off the Christmas season, right?
It is. We look forward to it every year.
Absolutely.
Keeps growing.
yeah.
People keep showing up. People keep donating. So
It keeps getting bigger and bigger every year we do it. We hit a lull there during COVID, but it came back like a powerhouse last year, and we're hoping to continue that this year. We managed to get some people from the Cowboy Church that are going to be there with the coach serving coffee. We're going to have breakfast.
cowboy coffee. Yeah.
Cowboy coffee. There you go.
Gonna make it out of a used stock.
We're going to have
New stock. I don't want to know.
Sock-
Yeah.
sock-
I don't want to know. Hunter Biden's probably. Pardon me?
Pardon
Okay.
you, exactly.
Yeah.
You had to go there. Pardon me.
Pardon
you.
Unintended.
All right.
we've got a lot of people that have been sponsoring us in the past have continued to do a great job and help us out this year to all the proceeds we got go over to the Wesley House.
Right.
If it's monetary donation that goes to help fill the pantry, to give those in need during the time of year something to eat. Of course, all the toys are go to the kids. So we just do this out of the goodness of our heart, just try to keep things going in our community, make sure everything is, great during the holiday season.
And folks just don't realize, I mean, the need is out there in our community. I mean, there's a lot of folks in need this time of year. And boy, what a better way to get back to this, especially the children. We want to be sure they have a Merry Christmas.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We're actually going to be a part of that one as well. Whenever they pass out the toys at the Wesley House,
Awesome.
Bikers show up. They pretty much do the footwork between the building and the recipients of the toys. So that's always a good time there.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So if folks can't make it out Saturday, is there a location they can drop a toy off? I know you guys have done that in the past. Are there locations they can do that at?
Yes, I'm trying to figure out exactly where our toy drop off locations are.
You got okay. You know what? I got it.
Yeah, you got the location.
If you got a toy that you want to drop off for the toy run this year, you can do so at Happy Smiles,
Happy Smile.
Ed Cheney Tire Center, the PDK, the Moose Lodge, Hotel and Restaurant Supply, right across the street over here at your place, Structural Steel, Meridian Tattoo, Muna Federal Credit Union, or Shiloh's Farmers Market.
Yeah, so there's no excuse for you guys. Y'all can go right across the street.
I'm about to say it's
Right there.
Hey, I got toys
Just
here.
throw 'em.
man.
Just remember that it is a new toy.
okay.
So a lot of people ask about used toys or gently used toys, but it is new.
New, okay.
And between the ages of, I think it was 2 to
2 to 12.
12, I believe
Okay.
it is. So yeah, things like that. So
And of course, folks, I know folks out there with shopping and whatnot, it might get a little busy. Monetary donations, they can drop those off down there Saturday when you guys
drop
do
them off Saturday, and they can actually log on to the Wesley House website, and they
Okay.
can make donations there. Make sure they put inside of the subject line
what
donation
it's
for-
designated for.
Exactly right. That's
Very good.
exactly right.
Absolutely.
Guys, 14 years. Wow.
14.
14 is amazing. This thing keeps getting bigger and bigger. Tell us the kind of the route. I know you guys are going to kickstands are going to get up at what time on Saturday?
Kickstands at 1.
At 1. Okay.
Registration's at 10. So be there early, man. There's going to be music playing. There's going to be breakfast that morning, coffee, obviously. Everybody needs
Absolutely.
coffee out here. But the route is going to leave Chunky River Holiday, and it's going to go that I don't even want to call it a service road, and I don't even know what the street's called. It's the cruises down by the mall, between the mall and Bonita Lakes.
Yeah, I know where you're talking
So
about.
it's going to head down that way. When you get to the red light at 19 South, it's going to make a left.
Okay.
It's going to go all the way down to the 39 intersection.
Okay.
Make a left there. It's going to make a right on 14th. It's going to take us up past the hospital.
Okay.
Then it's going to make a left on 23rd, all the way down to 8th. Make a right on 8th,
And
straight down
to the church.
Okay. Yeah.
Now we're
Fantastic.
going to be police escorted, so they're going to be
Right on.
blocking us there. So that's always a good thing. The fire department's going to be in on it.
Thank
So-
you, MPD.
Right.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
everyone be on their best behavior. And all the bikers. Right.
Well, for once we'll be following them.
Right.
Wow. One time.
Really quick, a big shout out to our sponsors. We've got a lot of people who
Yeah.
came in on this thing to help us out. Our platinum sponsors this year are Happy Smile, Wade's Automotive, Webb and Stevens Funeral Home, Lucky Losers KTM, Max Truck Service, Heel Real Estate Group, Custom Metalworks, S&B Trucking LLC. Those are our platinum sponsors. Those are the people that put in the big bucks so they can get mentioned on the radio. So big shout out to those guys.
Well, and I always encourage folks when you hear these sponsors that sponsor events like this, be sure you you go to their business and support them during the holiday season as well.
Yes,
So
100%.
Absolutely.
Especially kids' teeth need to be looked at.
That's right.
Absolutely.
We want a happy smile, not
Happy
a sad smile. Right.
So, if folks want to ride in this, I mean, are you guys welcoming riders to be a part of this?
Of course, yeah. This is not just. I mean, it's for the kids. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like bikers are always looking for a chance to ride with other bikers.
Right. Exactly.
So it's a decent. I don't know that we've ever had anybody go down through the ride. A lot of pack rides.
Mhm.
You can have some unfortunate things happen, and low speed accidents are the majority of accidents. But I don't
Right.
think we've ever had anything happen.
Not serious.
Nothing serious.
Nothing.
Low speed maneuvers are the most dangerous ones, anyways.
Absolutely.
Gravel.
So, folks, this is perfect into your Saturday because you can start the day with this, and right after that, you got the Christmas parade at 5
Oh, yeah.
o'clock.
Well, there you go. And listen, this is a parade of its own.
There you
So
go.
If your kids love motorcycles and you like to come out and hit that route
Mhm.
safely and park up and let the kids see all the bikes roll by, man, that would be awesome.
Yeah, the coolest spot I think is right around the downtown area where you were talking about, of course, 8th Street. That's the big, kind of finale when you guys go up 8th Street up to the
Oh, yeah.
church. So,
Yeah. There's a there a basketball court there on 14th?
I believe so. Yeah.
Planning to have their skate
Oh,
park.
the skate.
The skate park. And don't get me started on that. That skate park needs to be underneath an overpass. That is a whole nother. I need to talk to the city about that.
I don't know what you're talking about. We've never talked about that one time on this show.
I know. The skate park needs to be under the overpass. I'm going to say it again, under the overpass. Yeah.
He's going to stand down there with the sign says under the overpass.
Under the overpass. They said, well, the homeless people might take over. Well, guess what? The skaters will take care of that problem.
Yeah, I think pretty quick.
I love it. Once again, folks, it's this Saturday, and Charles, this is a great event. It's going to be rumbling through downtown Meridian up to the church.
Right, and so the price of admission in order to ride is to bring a toy. Am I right?
Bring a toy.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you need to do.
Bring a toy.
It's that easy.
Fantastic. And once again, that way you can go to the Wesley Foundation website. If you want to donate monetarily, you can do that online. Right. Just designate where it's going to in that event coming up this weekend. Of course, the toy distribution will be thereafter, and probably maybe a week or two after, right before Christmas. So it should be a good event. I hadn't looked at the weather yet for this weekend. So
it's supposed to be sunny but chilly, but there's a race I think that morning too. So looking at that, but it should be a nice day. Get out there on the bikes.
Fantastic. If folks have any other questions about the event, is there a number they can call, or can they go to Facebook or anywhere like that? They can get more details.
Sure, yeah, there's a Facebook page. You guys can look it up on Facebook, Bikers United for Children.
Bikers United for Children.
Pretty straightforward on that one.
Fantastic.
You know, while we're here, let's go ahead and thank Chunky River Harley Davidson, Meridian Police Department.
Absolutely.
Meridian Fire Department, Quality Collision, and College Park Methodist Church. Because they really do a lot of outstanding stuff for us on this.
Yeah.
Why does Patrick always get the poke on the belly when it comes to the police department?
Yeah, I stood up. Stood up. Until I mentioned that. He's like, oh, yeah. That's right.
Not as far.
This Saturday, folks, and I can't encourage you enough, a toy. One toy, two, whatever. You get the office together and get in on this.
Absolutely.
You know, you're back from the Thanksgiving break here, and what a better way to start the Christmas season than giving some toys to children.
I'll tell you what, if you get a toy, I will stand out by the sidewalk. You just throw it at me. I'll take care of it. Just drive by, throw it as hard as you can, and I'll put it where it needs to be.
Can we live stream that?
We might even do that. If you want to throw a toy, we'll live stream.
So it'd be like the dunking booth.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Gonna knock him off the bike.
They might, I don't know. The cops will be there. They might get you for littering.
Maybe.
They might get you for littering. I'll pick it up.
Guys, I can't thank y'all enough for what you do. I know you guys really work hard on this event every year, and it's hard to believe the 14th annual.
Yeah,
it's
awesome.
here. It's here already. This Saturday, folks, and once again, times and location. Let's go over that one more time before we break out of here.
Times and locations. Go ahead.
Chunky River Harley Davidson.
Saturday,
December 7th. Registration starts at 10. King stands up at 1.
Now,
And after the parade, this is only half of it.
mm-hmm.
You know, we do door prizes and an auction when we get to the church to generate more revenue of stuff donated by people like Snap-on, Trucker Supply, all these people around town. And there's actually an auction going to help generate even more money for this. So the parade, this is only half of it. There's a whole
other things going on at the church that day too.
Yeah, I got my window repaired last year because I won a door prize to get a chip or a ding fixed by A&A Glass.
Hey, thank you, Adam. So even after the whole parade is done, folks get to the church that day, and there's all food, a lot of stuff there. So.
Absolutely, and we get done just in time to make it to downtown for the Christmas parade.
Absolutely. That starts at 5. So fantastic. Folks, it's this Saturday. Look up Bikers United for Children on Facebook, and you can get all the details right there. Guys, appreciate your efforts. And one of my favorite groups here in town. I always love this event every single year. So.
Gonna be awesome.
No, there he
He showed up.
I love it. Guys, appreciate you stopping by to see us.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back 601-485-9191.
of pre-owned inventory, all been through the rigorous multi-point Toyota inspection process, so you know you're getting a good quality used vehicle. Check them out online, docstoyota.com, or just take that short drive up to Philadelphia on Highway 16 West, and you can see all of their inventory in person. But if you want to go online, you can purchase a vehicle online. How cool is that? And of course, service department, second to none. If you want your vehicle serviced, take it up to Doc's. Go see him. Highway 16 West, or as I said, their website is great too, docstoyota.com. Every dealership has all kinds of crazy deals. Sometimes you get a free hair fryer, toaster, blender. Who knows? And I tell you what, there is
No deal like a Doc's deal. Absolutely. A few minutes away from the top of the hour, and if there was somebody that was going to be hanging around the bikers this morning, it was going to be Teresa Westbrook.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm not even going there.
She's not going to go there. Yeah. Let's think of those bikers coming by to see us.
Wow, big burly fellas.
And big boys.
Yeah. Except for Kirby.
Except for Kirby. Poor Patrick. Can't catch a break. So, well, when Teresa's coming by, when the Christmas lights go up, we know what that means. It's time to buy those cookbooks.
Yep. If you like that Christmas tree, it's time.
Yeah, and I put up a Christmas tree the other day, so we're all festive here in the studio.
Yeah,
so.
I see it right over there.
Yeah, it's right over Teresa's shoulder right there. Yeah, we're all festive in the holiday spirit. So
we are.
But the Bell's Best Cookbook sale is upon us as well.
It is upon us. It starts Wednesday through Friday.
Wednesday this week?
Yep.
Wow.
I can't believe it's December.
Let's add something else to the list.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So Wednesday through
Friday.
All right. What time are you guys going to be down there Wednesday morning?
8:30 until 4:45 each day.
Wow.
Yeah, we're old folks, so we like to leave before it gets dark.
I don't blame you.
Well, it is Meridian.
Oh, we weren't going to say that.
Come on now.
I will. I'll be the guy. But this is I would say this has become a big event for the community, because a lot of folks want to get their hands on these cookbooks. They're like, I misplaced mine. I can't find mine. Yeah, my wife, that was one of her specific asks for Christmas one year. Can you buy me one of those cookbooks? I said, sure. So, it's a big ask.
It started a month ago. I started getting messages. Oh, are we having a cookbook sale? Are we having a cookbook sale?
See?
When's the cookbook sale? So here we are. It's time. Usually it's the first week of December, except for when it's the split week when we have to decide when we're having it. But it is our annual fundraiser. We wish we could do it more often, but we're getting fewer and fewer all the time. But it's mostly retired telephone people, and we do this to make money to help the community. We help the veterans. We help in the school system. We help Feed by Faith. Anything like that we can do to help a little bit monetarily or with our time, because we also donate a lot of our time.
Mm-hmm.
So those of us that are still here. But we do the cookbooks. I keep stressing that. We're getting fewer and fewer.
Still here.
Yeah. I feel like that today. Anyway, we had that and the routed knives and utensils and stuff, which are awesome. I'm always bragging about the knife sharpener, about the tomato slicer. I could not live without my paring knives and my utility knives. I mean, I promise you, I've got this big fancy, big chef name set of knives. I don't use them unless all my routers are dirty. Seriously, I do not. It takes up all this real estate on my counter, but I still don't use it because I'm going for the router.
Makes the counter look pretty.
But yeah, it looks like I actually know what I'm doing in the kitchen.
Right, you gotta keep them cool. Yeah, that's what it's
but,
about.
But what people may not understand if they don't have one is the Bell's Best Cookbook was so good because it had basic recipes. Back when people actually cook from scratch and everything. Now our newer cookbooks have got more of the quickie food that people are used to doing now, or open a box of this, open a can of that.
So it's got a little bit of everything in it.
It does. It was first compiled in the late 70s. So, people did cook back then. We know we don't anymore except for holidays or whatever. I get amazed how much people go and buy prepared. You ain't lying. Well, look at I'm talking to a restaurant.
Right.
Yeah. But it's awesome and we enjoy it. And the thing about it is we sell the cookbooks because when they fall apart to one another.
That's right.
It sounds like sort of like our TVs nowadays, just throw it away and get you another one.
It's because when you when you have them on the counter, whenever you're looking up a recipe, you might drop something on this page and
Well,
this
yeah.
page is so
Right.
yeah, you might need to replace it. So
But the cool thing about these cookbooks is they all open to your favorite recipes. It's just like boom. So if you get a new one, you got to start all over.
Oh, you gotta create the new ones.
Yeah, you do.
Favorites.
well, the one thing I love about these older recipes, like you said, when folks used to cook
Mhm.
back in the day, instead of it being a quick, it's like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and a lot of these recipes been passed down
Oh yeah.
from family members to family members to family members, and these are all in that cookbook, and of course the new stuff as well. So,
Donna Jill Johnson's grandmother's mayonnaise recipe, or as she says, mayonnaise recipe is in there.
mayonnaise,
Mayonnaise. Your
And it's
I don't
good.
know,
I'm
mayonnaise.
telling you, eat that on crackers. Oh
Mhm.
my goodness.
Mm,
Real good.
wow, Donna Jill's got a recipe in there.
Yeah.
grandmother.
Several.
My mama.
We had well-known local caterers that work for the phone company that have recipes in there, and then of course Jack. I mean, they were from all over the state, and then we got Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia. I can't remember what other states we got right now. My mind went Texas, the Carolinas. So we got it from all over.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Love it. So not just the books, you got the knives, and of course you just had the utensil. There you go. The broad utensil.
I have been gradually
neat.
adding to my collection and getting the really good utensils. So, if you like Pampered Chef, that I've got is wooden, but then I've got this really good silicone kind of thing
Right.
that don't hurt my pan. So I've been gradually upgrading to that good stuff.
So, folks, if you're looking for maybe you got somebody on your Christmas list that you're just unsure about what to get them, this is the perfect sale to go to. This is only going to be for 3 days, Wednesday through Friday, down in the location again where you guys are going to be at.
It's the old Bell South building or AT&T building, 2310 7th Street, directly across City Hall Christmas tree. That's why I say when the tree lights up, we're usually open.
Well, trees lighting Tuesday, and they're going to be there Wednesday.
Exactly. We used to do it all week, so we usually get to watch that.
Okay,
So inside the building, now where in the building? Where do you go?
It's kind of the no man's land part of the building. They sold one part for apartments to be built, which they still hadn't done.
Yeah.
We're in the stairwell in the middle of the building, and so AT&T's on one side, and that future apartment thing is on the other side. So we're there. There's a banner over the door we put up every year. So you
Or just yell real loud.
Yeah.
Where the cook?
That's right.
So, how much are the cookbooks?
$20 a piece now.
$20.
Mhm.
Can't beat
I
that.
can't
Ain't my nothing for 20 anymore.
Really true.
I hate it when they do dirty Santa and say, "Okay, we're gonna limit it to 20." You go try to buy something for $20.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly. So, but that is this Wednesday morning, 8:30.
Yep, I'll be there with bells on.
Bells on.
Yeah, see,
Bells on.
I like it.
Is it going to be 8:30 to 4 all 3 days?
4:45. Yeah.
Somewhere there. If you get there a little before 4:30, I think I'll turn you away.
No.
Better not.
Hey, if you come knocking on the door at 4:45, I'll probably sell you.
All right. You heard it here. And maybe utensil too.
If you look safe, I'll let you.
If you
in.
look safe.
All right. So no
Okay.
bikers.
How do we categorize?
Oh, now don't say that. Oh,
They are great guys.
They are.
They really are.
If I'm at a bind, I'm gonna go look for one of those big
Yeah, I
burly
know it.
fellas.
Yeah.
Could be your security
Yeah,
down there.
not a bad idea.
Yeah.
So,
I got to steal my cookbooks.
there you go.
No,
But I love what you said. You guys, it's not just one thing you guys get back to. It's a lot of different things in the community.
definitely. I mean, we'll get the toiletries and everything for the guys. Guys, there's a few women too at the veterans home,
Yeah.
but they love it.
Mhm.
And this year we did police throws. So they can get all cozy. and
Oh,
warm.
that's
Oh,
great.
yeah.
Fantastic. So, see, folks, another way to give back during the Christmas season is to go buy the cookbook sale and don't just buy one for maybe several family members.
Oh, I have people that'll get 10 at a time because they'll plan for the wedding showers next spring and stuff.
There you go.
Wow.
Good
That's a good
idea.
idea.
I like it. So,
Give them a set of knives and a cookbook.
Yeah.
set of knives in a cookbook.
Get to work.
Yeah. Happy marriage, happy life. There you go.
Hey, if you feed your man, you can stay married.
I'm fed well at the
Go
house, so I
home.
know. So, well, folks, it's coming up Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. 8:30 is going to start each morning. The old Bell South building right across from City Hall. Just look for the banner down there.
Mhm.
Walk on in, and they'll sell you a cookbook, 2 or 3 or 4, or a whole
That's
bunch.
not what makes
Right.
it happen.
There you go. So, yeah, how many folks are still rolling with the cookbook sale? I know you said the numbers are
Well,
still dwindling a
actual
little bit.
volunteers, there might be down to about 8 of us. I mean,
Yeah.
it's getting pitiful, but there's still quite a few of us that meet and everything, but some of them just aren't able to do that.
Right.
We just had a member pass away that I
Oh,
think she was 108
Wow.
bless her heart.
or 9.
Wow.
Like, wow. That was amazing.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's good.
So,
Must have been eating that good
fantastic.
food out of those cookbooks.
Exactly. What do they always say? What was your diet like? And they're like, oh, doctors know nothing. So
Right.
there you go.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So, folks, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week, 8:30 each morning, head down there and buy yourself a cookbook. And, of course, we'll be plugging this away all week long, Miss Teresa.
Yeah, and it's a great idea that you're getting somebody something for Christmas, but you're also contributing to a cause. So it's kind of like you're killing. I hate to say two birds with one stone, but you really are. You're doing two great things. You're getting a gift for somebody that's a wonderful gift, but you're also helping support these multiple charitable
You
events.
can feel good about actually
entities.
spending money for once.
For once.
Well, not that, but feel better about it anyway.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Folks, it's the Bell's Best Cookbook. Go by and purchase you several of them Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday morning. Go down there all 3 days. I know they'd
why
love to
not?
see you. So,
Yep, going now.
Teresa, first time we've said this, Merry Christmas to you.
Merry
Wow.
Christmas.
Merry
Merry
Christmas. We're going to take a break. Got local news up next. Stay close. All right, folks, welcome back in. After a quick little break here, we're back here with you on Morning Meridian. Big thanks to Miss Teresa Westbrook for coming by to see us. The Bell's Best Cookbook sale, folks, in case you missed it. It'll be Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday morning starting at 8:30 each morning. They'll be there for about 4:30 or a little after each morning there at the old Bell South building across the street from City Hall. Just look at the Christmas tree. They'll have a big banner down there. Wednesday through Friday morning, the Bell's Best Cookbook sale along with the other utensils, knives and whatnot they'll have for sale. Of course, all the proceeds will benefit a lot of great local charities. She mentioned those a few minutes ago. I mean, veterans organizations, then you name it, they're going to help out a lot of folks with this sale. So
It's a great cause.
So there is no short supply of things going on
every day, all day. Yeah, pretty much.
Now that I think about it, yeah, there's something every day this week.
Yeah, there's.
Because Quitman's having their Christmas parade tonight,
right?
The tree lighting ceremony tomorrow night in City Hall. This is going on Wednesday through Friday. Right. Christmas parade on Saturday.
Yep.
And then the Symphony and the Symphony and Bikers Unite for Children.
Right. There's also a race Saturday morning. A candy cane run, I think. Yeah. Over St. Patrick's. So, anyway.
All right.
Lots to do.
So, folks, it's going to be a busy week in the community. So.
And it always is. This time of year, there's always, it seems like there's something going on every night. Christmas related, whether it's a parade, an event, a concert, all kinds of different things. So, and
of course, at the Christmas train last night, too, which I heard was just we heard has.
Right. Yeah, I think he tried to get on the kiddie train, too.
Kiddie train.
You're too tall. Sorry, Has.
10 minutes into the 8 o'clock hour here on a busy start to the first week in December, 485 and 9191. And of course, we mentioned this next sponsor earlier. Of course, they're helping out in the community as well with Bikers United for Children. And that's going to be part of the big auction this Saturday up at the church. But our friends down at Trucker Supply, and Trucker Supply, they're all about giving back to the community as well. The Carr family, amazing folks down there at Tool Central.
That's right. It might be Bikers Supply this weekend. Who knows? You know what? You can make it a Trucker Supply Christmas. How about that? We've got, 23 days left?
TikTok.
Where did that go?
Yeah.
What is going on with that? Well, Trucker Supply is Tool Central, one-stop shop for all of your tools. They got the Knipex tools, which are like channel locks on steroids. They'll pump you up. And a full room of Milwaukee tools. It's a Milwaukee superstore. Yeah. Everything they make made right here in state Mississippi. So you're keeping your money in state. How cool is that? I would call them Mississippi tools, I think. But anyway, cordless power tools, saws, drills, impact drills, sanders, grinders, cutters, routers, grease guns, and more. I like it, and more, which is pretty much everything else. And of course, they also have those interchangeable batteries. So it's kind of a system that you purchase with the Milwaukee tools. And they're just fantastic tools. Of course, they got Yeti down there at Trucker Supply. Everything you need for Yeti, whether you want the coolers, lunch boxes, the mugs, they got wine chillers, all kinds of different things. You can make it a Yeti Christmas at Trucker Supply. And of course, if you want a hot seat pressure wash, a little pressure washing, Trucker Supply is the place to go. 519 Highway 19 South. They've been doing it since 1969, 55 years in business. Woo, they're just a staple of this town. They really are.
Had a listener remind us as well. Don't forget about mimosas and Mary Hope this Saturday as well.
I wonder which listener that was.
Mm-hmm.
Mimosas and Mary Hope.
Tickets are going fast for that. Advance tickets are required for that event.
Okay.
So that's this Saturday, 10 a.m. until noon there at Mary Hope. We're going to have live entertainment and the mimosas.
And that's at 10 a.m.?
10 a.m. to noon.
Wow.
So there's
in the morning. Yeah. Well, I guess this time drink them.
There you go. So tickets are $50, of course, for Mary Hope, and those are going very, very fast. So if you want to be a part of that, that's coming up Saturday.
And they've got the trees going on all week.
Yes.
So, anytime you can go to the trees in Mary Hope.
Add that to the list.
Okay, another thing.
Let's go to the phone line and see if they have something to add to the list.
Hopefully they do.
Hey, caller, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey.
Morning.
Good morning. Oh, how much is that cookbook from Bill's Fest?
$20 cookbook.
Sounds great. I'll be there Wednesday. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. There you go. We just sold a cookbook right here on Mornings in Meridian.
What's our commissioner?
We'll give it back. How about that?
We will.
Let's go back to the phone line too. Hey, caller, good morning.
Morning.
Hey, good morning.
Thursday.
All right, you need to turn your radio down on that end, please. Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Miss Ruth, good morning.
Hi. Please don't forget about Thursday. Thursday is the Eudora Wealthy Forum at the Riley Center
Okay.
at 5 o'clock. St. John, the chef, and two other people wrote the book. I've not read it, but there's also going to be a book signing. And then there will be a shuttle bus to take you from the Riley Center after the forum to the NAP, which is a dinner. that's being prepared by Chef St. John. The tickets are $175.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Oh, great. All right. Awesome.
Add that to the list too.
Yes, indeed.
Thursday night down at the Riley Center.
Robert St. John. Yep. Know him well. So it's a good man, great chef. And
Look at you. I know him well.
well, I worked for him.
I know that guy
You
works
sound
for
my tricks. Anyway, yeah.
So yeah, add that to the list coming up this week as well. So
Good stuff. Wow.
no shortage of
Lots.
events. So it's going to be busy in downtown and all of the parts this week. So 485-9191 is our number. Of course, in the first hour of the show, we covered the Hunter Biden pardon. And like we said, I'm pretty sure the national shows are going to be covering that pretty extensively today. But I want you to go back to the language we talked about earlier in the pardon. I thought it was very interesting. And I didn't even really read into the pardon when it was issued by the president yesterday. But this is not just these particular federal crimes that he was charged with and found guilty, because the sentencing is coming up in just days. But this is a broad brush of everything.
Yes, it immunizes Hunter Biden from further federal prosecution for any conduct through a nearly 11-year period that ended at midnight last night. Not only for crimes for which he has been charged, it not only breaks with standard pardon practice, which is to grant clemency only to those who have at least partially served out their sentences, but takes a place as one of the most sweeping pardons ever granted. Margaret Love, who served as DOJ's pardon attorney from 90 to 97, said, "I've never seen language like this in a pardon document, with the exception of the Nixon pardon. Even the broadest Trump pardons were specific as to what was being pardoned."
Wow.
So it is pretty much anything he's done, whatever that could have been, might have been, that we don't even know about yet.
As of midnight last night.
Right. And he does today. It's fair game. Yeah,
Well,
so you
see,
gotta behave.
I've been about 9 hours into
Right.
this. Let me see what else I can do.
Well,
wrong.
let's be honest, he's still sleeping. Probably sleeping it off at this point, celebrating the pardon.
Sleeping everything off.
Yeah,
So.
pretty much.
Well, and like we said back in the first hour, folks, in case you weren't with us, not shocked by this. I think a lot of the folks, especially on the conservative side, have said not really shocked. Of course, you go back to the tweet that current President Biden sent out. No one is above the law.
Yeah.
And of course, he said, "I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to," and does it. So, like I said, don't be.
Are you saying that he's a politician who went back on his word, who maybe even perhaps lied?
Shocker.
I know, yeah. And as I said before, the crimes that they charged him with seem to be the lesser crimes that he could have been accused of anyway. And so it did seem to me a stretch. Now Biden, I think, called it that. He didn't quite call it weaponizing of the DOJ in order to attack Hunter Biden, but the language was similar to that. And I think that there's a lot more that they can get him for, and that's probably why they had this sweeping broad brush of anything that he may have done in the past. He's going to be immune from prosecution.
So all of the pictures with the prostitutes
On crack
and the drugs and everything else. Whew.
Exactly, and being on the board of the Ukrainian gas company with absolutely no experience in getting paid $1 million for that, for access to his father, which is the true crime. I think that's the one that he should be prosecuted for. He'll be immune from that.
I just keep going back to the fact that Trump announces Kash Patel as his pick to direct the FBI, which you got to remember this too, folks. Christopher Wray, who is the current FBI director, I didn't know this until this week. There's a lot of stuff you learn when it comes to the appointed positions. This FBI director job is a 10-year term when they are selected as the FBI director. Remember, Christopher Wray was selected by Trump back when he was president. And he is going to be, I believe, year 7 of his current term as the FBI director. So if he wants to replace Christopher Wray, which looks like he wants to with Kash Patel, he's going to fire Wray.
Yeah.
So it's simply what's going to happen here, because Ray has already said, "I'm not resigning from that post," and that's going to force Trump to fire him, which I'm pretty sure he's not going to mind doing that, because obviously
He used to do it on TV.
I was going to say,
I mean, that was his show. You're fired.
you're done. But it's the way that process works. I was not aware of that. It's a 10-year term for the FBI director. So if he wants to replace him, he's going to have to show him the door.
Yeah.
Which is what's going to happen. So, but Kash Patel being the director of the FBI, of course, the folks on the left have really gone after this guy because he has no experience to run the FBI. But of course, he has served in a different capacity under the Trump administration back in the first term. So, but another interesting pick going ahead, Kash Patel.
Well, I just hope that, any of these appointments, especially when they're judicial appointments or prosecutorial appointments like this, that they don't have any partisanship, that they are going after everybody who's corrupt. Whether you've got an R or a D by your name, you're corrupt. You had insider trading, which is a huge problem within both houses.
It is both houses.
Then let's attack that and let's prevent that from happening. And all of the other graft and all of the other influence peddling that is going on in Washington needs to stop. And I think that was really the appeal of Trump to everybody, to the nation, and it's saying, let's get rid of all of this waste, all of this corruption that we know is there, and put an end to it, and let's have some integrity back in our government system. So we hope that that's what will happen, and hopefully this is a step in the right direction, and that it will not be partisan as far as his prosecution of people who are breaking the law.
Yeah. And I think with Kash Patel, if you go back, and of course, he's been a regular guest on Fox News and Newsmax for several years now. And I'm pretty sure a lot of folks that watch those particular networks are familiar with him. And when it comes to what happened back on January 6th, Kash Patel was in the room for a lot of these decisions that were made during January 6th and what happened there. And he kind of has given the broad landscape of what happened on that day whenever, hey, Nancy Pelosi then knew what was going to happen. Trump kind of warned him, hey, we need to bring troops in and stuff like that. So it is going to be interesting to see what kind of goes ahead during. I think the two, in my opinion, like I said, everybody's got an opinion. I think the two appointments, they're going to have a really tough time. And I might add a third one in there. It's going to have a really tough time during confirmation. Kash Patel. I think Tulsi Gabbard is going to have a tough time on both sides of the aisle, I would think, just because, she was a Democrat, independent, not Republican. And I think Pete Hegseth is going to have a tough time just because of the allegations that have arisen from what happened in 2017 during that situation of the alleged sexual assault. And if Matt Gaetz would have stayed in the running, that would have been the toughest one. And I think for him to step aside, that was probably in the betterment of the administration going ahead, and Pam Bondi probably a better choice going ahead. But Gaetz probably would have had the most friction going ahead.
And it could have been that he put Gaetz up just so that he knew the commercial, and it lessens the severity of issues with the other candidates. So you got Gaetz to focus on. We'll let these guys go through, and then there's no way Gaetz is going to be, confirmed anyway. I don't think. But I guess that they just realized that it was just, what's the point at this point? There's too much against it at this.
But I think those three right there will probably get the toughest road going ahead. I think Hegseth right now is going to have the toughest time. So
I agree with that. Yeah.
Let's go back to the phone line. Hey, caller, welcome in.
This week, the forum and the book signing are free at the Ryerson on Thursday at 5. But then the ticket is $175. That will cover the dinner.
Okay.
All right, so you can go to the forum and the book signing, no charge. But if you're going to the dinner, it's going to be $175.
All righty.
Awesome. Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Great. Thanks for the clarification.
There we go. Appreciate that. But going back to what we were talking about, out of those three selections right there, I don't see anybody else. I mean, there's going to be friction no matter what. From the Democratic side in that chamber when it comes to Senate confirmation, but those three just kind of top of the list, I think. So
no, I agree, and we'll see. I guess we're gonna see how the first. I don't know what order they go through,
and that's another thing. I mean, it's something we just have not paid attention to a lot in the past, and I think the reason this time around is because it's so many big names. I mean, not sliding, the last administration, but these are names that have been in the forefront during this campaign, this particular campaign that a lot of conservatives have really paid attention to. I mean, Tulsi Gabbard, that name alone right there for what she has done by switching to the Republican Party. I mean, that's a big name that's going to have a tough hill to climb because, well, she's worked with a lot of these people in the past, you know, in confirmation processes, and she's been in those chambers before. So they know her very well, and she knows them very well. So that could be a very testy back and forth when it comes down to it.
It could be. It just, as I said, it depends on what order they go for the confirmation. There probably is a set order based on the hierarchy within the system. And then if you can kind of get some support for that initial one, the other two may just fall in place.
Yeah.
You know, depending on how everything lines up and how alliances are created and what concessions are made and that sort of thing. So
I know they said this morning Pam Bondi is meeting with Senate leaders today in Washington, I guess, to kind of get a feel going before they go into the confirmation process. So she's in D.C. today, or she is the current Florida Attorney General. So not sure how that process will work down in Florida because remember, there's a lot of folks from Florida. They're going to be a part of this cabinet coming up because remember, you got Rubio, Secretary of State, has to be a new senator down there. Of course, you got several representatives. Their seats have to be filled. Now Attorney General in Florida. So the free state of Florida is getting a lot of
but with Senate seats, Rubio will be appointed. Isn't that right? And
I'm not sure how that works.
I think the congressional seats have to go for another election.
Yeah, that'll be appointed. So, but as far as congressional, that'll be a new election. So, but with Gates now, Gates technically could submit something to the clerk in Congress because he has officially been elected for another term. He resigned from this current term as a congressman, so he could still.
He could, but he said he's not going to.
He said,
But he said that.
He said that.
What changed my mind?
It's a politician, remember?
Exactly.
Just remember
I didn't really
that.
mean it. I said it. Yeah.
I had my hand behind my back and I was crossing my fingers, but beyond that. Might have been. Not to judge or anything. But it is going to be a big storyline going ahead. And I think all of the big name seats have been appointed. I think Secretary of Defense, FBI Director, Secret Service. I don't know if that's going to be a position that'll be looked at or not.
I think it should be. You think? I mean, come on.
Dan Bongino, line one. Dan Bongino, line one.
Please pick up, Dan. Yeah. Wow.
Well, that's the hot name right now. Everybody is pushing Dan Bongino for the Secret Service director spot. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but his name continues to be brought up.
Just get somebody competent, maybe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody not on the inside. So there you go. 485-9191 is our number. And let's thank our good friends down at Martin Roofing. You know, folks, we don't think about replacing our roof until you look up and you see that wet spot in the ceiling and you're like, oh, I might have a leak. And well, the folks to call is Doug, and Tracy.
Doug. That's right. Martin Roofing, been moving roofing right for over 30 years. Locally owned and operated, licensed in the state of Mississippi, and they take pride in standing behind their work from start through cleanup. And I mean, cleanup is like they were never there, except for you get a brand new roof and it don't leak. And of course, all you got to do is call this number 614-885-5920. That'll get you in touch with Doug, or Stacy. And Martin Roofing will come by and give you a free estimate and inspect your roof for damage. It's just that easy. And of course, they're also a member of the Better Business Bureau. And Martin Roofing, you know, you see the signs all over. It's like they're running for office, but they're not. They're just running to fix your roof. True story. My in-laws had the roof done, and Martin Roofing did the dog house just for free, just because they wanted to keep the dog safe and dry. How cool is that? 485-5920 is our number. That will get you in touch with Martin Roofing, the best roofing company here in town. Been doing it right for over 30 years.
Yeah, we talked about Christmas parades earlier. Of course, Quitman's having their Christmas parade later on tonight. Meridian is on Saturday at 5 o'clock. Don't want to forget about our neighbors down the road in Meridian. They are having their Christmas parade on Friday night. It'll be a 5:30 start to that parade. Of course, the parade route is pretty simple. Right down Metro Marion.
The greater Metro Marion area, right?
Where Jeff Tate's going to be firing any fireworks at the end of the parade. Yeah. So, but yes, Jingle Around Marion Christmas parade this Friday night at 5:30. So add that to the list.
jingling around Marion. I've done that Marion parade a couple times with the Scouts, and it is always the coldest night of the year. I mean,
It really is.
you think, oh, it's going to be 50 degrees, and it turns out to be 22 or something. But I don't know how it's going to be this Friday. And I'm not trying to dissuade anybody from going. I guess actually in the spirit, but
there you go.
It's a good parade.
Also, a big shout out to the Meridian Railroad Museum. Mrs. Claus will be at the Meridian Railroad Museum this Saturday morning, beginning at 9 a.m. until noon. So,
Just misses, no Santa.
That's all it says.
Okay, just misses. Well, Santa's a little busy this time of year, so fair enough.
So it's just like the more we start to look and we get stuff sent to us, the more the list continues to build for this weekend.
Get mimosas, jump on your bike. No, don't do that. Wait a minute.
And then instead of the bikers following the police officers, that will be in reverse.
Right, yeah. With the blue lights going. Darn it.
So, folks, no excuse. Get plugged into something this week all across East Mississippi. There's so much going on. It's Christmas time is here. It's unbelievable. As you said earlier, 23 days.
Yeah. Wow.
Good grief. We're going to take a break, pay off some bills, and take more of your phone calls at 485-9191. And Merry Christmas.
He's making a list, he's checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's loyal and nice.
Santa is coming to town.
Bruce Springsteen, just he sounds perpetually constipated. I don't know. I'm from Jersey, so I mean, he's kind of a hero there. But
well, he didn't help the campaign much, did he?
Well, I'm just not a big fan.
He took the money though.
Good money.
23 minutes away until we get into some Glenn Beck coming up at 9. Our number is 601-485-9091. Hope your family had a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday, and now it's Christmas season is upon us. So Christmas is here. Folks.
Oh, it's here. It's
So
it's not backing down.
there you go.
Yeah.
So what do you think of the decorations in the studio? Christmas trees up and
Trees up, yeah.
You got the Advent calendar up there.
Yeah, I
We
hadn't
got-
opened any of those yet.
Yeah,
That's
well-
the Christmas vacation Advent calendar.
Yeah.
So we got to get going on
So
that.
it's a little festive
A
here.
little garland, I might add.
Little bit.
Yep,
Got a little garland over there.
And
Yeah.
we got 2 trees. Got a little tree too, and then 3. I think Star Wars Christmas ornaments.
Yes.
Which I don't know how that relates to Christmas, but
It's Christmassy.
it's Yoda
Yeah.
in a snow globe.
Man, a snow globe.
Christmas it is. Okay.
485-9191 is our number. And folks, we need to thank our friends down at Premier Paint and Body. And folks, when you go out Christmas shopping or go to any of these events this week, it might happen. You might get in a fender bender. Everybody's kind of hustling, bustling, and doing their thing. You need to keep Premier on speed dial just in case.
That's right. They're probably on their cell phone texting or something like that.
Right.
Whether it's a ding, a dent, a scratch, or something much worse, Premier Paint and Body is the place to go. They are conveniently located right next to Johnson Dodge on Highway 39 North, open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. They will give you a free estimate. So just stop by and say, look, there's the scratch. What's it going to cost? And they'll work with your insurance company, and all of their work, of course, has a lifetime warranty. No job is too small. Just a small scratch, bring it on down, or too large. And the results, like new. Premier Paint and Body, they've been doing it for over 30 years. I think they know what they're doing at this point. And, it's very important that you go to a place with people who know what they're doing, because there's so many electronics in all of those bumpers and everything else that you need the experts. And Premier Paint and Body are the experts. Give them a call, 601-482-PAINT. Better yet, write that number down, because when you need them, all you got to do is call them or tell the tow truck driver, if it's that bad, to bring it down to Premier Paint and Body right next to Johnson Dodge on Highway 39 North. Premier Paint and Body is the premier paint and body shop here in town.
All right, let's go back to the phone line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning. Let's see. We got Rob and Sir Charles, Mr. Wyman.
That's
driving
it.
the bus today.
No,
Good.
Roger.
Mr. Mayor, how are you up in Sycalina this morning?
Yeah. Well, it's pretty good. It got down about 30 degrees last night. It's chilly, but thank goodness I got a nice warm heater inside, and me and my little dog, we all cuddle up and get warm and enjoy my coffee and crumpets and stuff like that. And while I'm sitting there just waiting for the best talk show in East Mississippi to come on there at 6 minutes past 7.
Oh, listen at you. Appreciate that. What else is on your mind this morning?
Well, I just couldn't happen to think about Joe Biden and his pardoning his son, Hunter Biden. And one of the reasons is he gave him a blanket one for the things he's been charged with and additional crimes that they all know that Joe and Hunter both were so up to the eyeballs in corruption and law breaking and taking money under the table and that sort of thing. Because if Hunter got charged with more crimes, it would eventually lead back to the president. He was the one that was Hunter just a go-between man. Because all that money still went back to the president, most of it anyway.
Well, what did they always say whenever they read transcripts from all of these emails and meetings that the Bidens had? They always referred to Joe Biden as the big guy. Yeah, I think the big guy got some of those dollars.
Oh, yeah,
and then some.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he's the head of the mafia in that little circle they got up there in Washington.
Mhm.
The
He's
Biden
the
mafia.
godfather.
Well, the only problem is I don't think he knows where which position he would have in the mafia.
But, and it
that
brings
being
up-
Joe Biden.
It brings up a good question, though, because now Hunter is immune from prosecution, but is he immune from investigation of all this? And could that then lead back to Joe? But if he's
That's-
immune from investigation, I mean, if there's no prosecution that's available, what's the point of the investigation? Some
That's
might
true.
say. However, unless you can get to the head of the organization being Joe. But I bet that immunization, the immunity that's been granted somehow protects Joe as well.
Well, they just put a headline.
Interesting.
They just put a headline up on Fox News that said this pardon covers 2014 through 2024. So I guess
Right.
that's all of the charges that could have been brought up,
Yeah.
all these cases in that 10-year period. So if there's anything, it may be before
But
2014.
like I said,
I don't know.
But those are just charges.
Yeah.
But does that involve an investigation
Yeah.
as well? Because certainly, if money went through Hunter
Yeah.
to Joe, or if Hunter just received money for favors granted from Joe, so to speak, by granting whatever time with these executives from Ukraine or whatever.
Or if he
that's gonna
did something
be.
today, he get in trouble for
Well,
it.
today would, because
Yeah.
it ended yesterday. Sorry, darn it! If only you'd extended another day.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you got to cut that head off of the snake if you want to get to the, bottom of all the
Mhm.
corruption. Of course, it was Joe Biden that's behind the whole thing. He was a mighty powerful person even before he became president.
Well,
So,
and it's just like when the picture of him pulling up to his garage, all of those documents that were just laying there open in his garage there when he was, the photo of him backing one of his cars up into the garage there. I mean, just documents sitting right there in the garage. I mean,
Yeah. Mike Pence had a bunch of them also.
Yeah.
So what did they do with them?
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Prosecute and persecute Trump for his, which he's a legitimate president, had an excuse. He's legally able to have them in his possession, but the other ones were absolutely not supposed to have them.
Interesting.
Makes you wonder how much of our top secret information is leaked out through those sources over the past many years.
Makes you wonder.
Yeah.
Corruption, how deep does it go? Well,
You're
I
right about
hope
that.
Trump will clean house, and maybe he can also pardon all those January the 6th people that was improperly charged. They charged them and let so many of the riots that went out through the whole country from Washington State to Oregon and everything. It was just destructive, and I never heard anything about those people getting any kind of charges that come out to anything with them for them.
Oh yeah, you're talking about all the rioters.
Mhm.
That
Looters, rioters.
the summer of love.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And,
They love to riot.
Yeah, Portland, Oregon, and
Mhm.
Washington. But anyway, did you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving meal?
Sure did. Ate way too much.
Oh,
The waistline's gotten a little thicker.
Mhm.
Oh, I had a wonderful meal with all my family, and then afterwards, my daughter made me a big old plate, and I carried it over to a shut-in friend of mine that lost his wife back in October, and he lives alone, and he's pretty well disabled, but I treated him a meal over, and we sat and had a nice visit for a couple hours, and I don't know, it made him feel, but it made me feel like I'd done something worthwhile for the day.
Well, you certainly did. That's for
Sounds
sure.
like it. Yep.
Now we got Thanksgiving, Santa Claus Day to look forward to.
Well, Charles had to remind us 23 days until Santa arrives.
Wow.
Yeah. I just thinking about that bike ride this Saturday.
Yes, sir.
I think I'll see if I talk my son-in-law. He's got that 83 Honda, and maybe they'll let them get in the parade. See if he take me down on the back of it and join that that parade.
Now, I don't think they're going to turn you away on that one. So
That'd be a fun thing.
that would be.
If it's not too cold. if it's 30 degrees, don't count me out riding a motorcycle.
It'd be a cool ride for sure.
Yeah, maybe Roger be there if it wasn't on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll have to check on that, but
Yeah.
so.
But anyway, I tell you what, you can borrow his Honda. I know he's got a Harley.
He does, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Why don't you borrow his Harley and go down and ride him?
Would he lend it to us?
I was about to say, that's the question. Does he trust us enough with it?
And you could put Charles on the back so y'all can ride.
Well, I've got a bike, but it's in the shop, unfortunately. So it's been in the shop for a while.
Great. Okay. That'll take care of that.
And, you know, I used to have an 83 Honda Shadow. And it was a great bike. And then Katrina kind of flooded it out for 2 weeks. So it was underwater.
Oh, my.
Yeah. That was the end of that Honda.
Katrina had other ideas.
Yeah.
It's amazing how well built those Hondas are.
They are.
That thing still runs, you know, and all they have to do every now and then is tune it up a little bit. But it's amazing how quiet that motor is, too.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
It was a good little bike, no doubt.
That's enough foolishness out of me, so I hope everyone has a great day.
Oh, how can we not?
I would love to see that the mayor of Sickling on the back of that 83 Honda at the bike ride on Saturday. That would be solid. I love it. So, 12 minutes away from 9 o'clock. 485-9191 is our number. And hey, big thanks to Jerry and Betty Purvis and the wonderful staff down at Purvis Business Machines and Don Lucas as well.
You know it. They got a great crew down there. They got great products as well. They've got lease return color copiers or black and white copiers. You can save up to 85% on those. Gently used, you know, they're from businesses that never really used them. Well, you can use them. It's like having a print shop in your office. It's amazing. And what's great about Purvis is not only will they sell you those lease return color copiers for 15% of retail value, they will come and install it and connect all of your devices. It's that easy. It's seamless. All you've got to do is hit print on your computer, your tablet, your phone, your watch, whatever it is, and like magic, the documents appear. And it's all about document management. They are just great about connecting it all together seamlessly. All you need to do is go to their website, gopurvis.com, or go see them at their wonderful showroom at 4505 Highway 39 North, or give them a call, 601-693-COPY. It's just that easy. And what I really like about them is their motto, because they live by it, and that is service, not excuses, since 1979. That's Purvis Business Machines. Give them a call today.
Hey, caller, good morning. Welcome in.
Hey, good morning, y'all. I thought I'd have to get in here before it was time to be off the air. Beautiful day, glad to be alive, but I've got a comment on that POS, and I think we all know what POS stands for. Joe Biden.
Oh,
the point of sale.
Yeah, that's his point of sale, because he sold out.
He sure did. Sure. That's right. Yeah.
I just want everybody to realize that's what a liar Joe Biden is, and what he has done. You know what we've had for a president for 4 years, and. But, that goes along with the Democrats, because I'm old enough to remember the first thing that Jimmy Carter did when he got in office. He pardoned all the draft dodgers. Y'all probably don't remember that, but I do. And then the second week, he gave away the Panama Canal. So, you get what you vote for with people like that. But that's what the Democrats are. They're showing their true colors of what their character is, in my opinion. And there's no halo around the Republicans. They've got plenty of sorry ones too.
Yep, you're right about that.
And but they're not as blatant as. And I just wondered, does Hunter get forgiven for the $1 million plus he owes in back taxes?
I think it's everything.
Forgiven for that too?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a broad brush of everything.
That's sorry, y'all. Yeah. That is sorry. And if it was the average Joe, they'd put a lock on everything they got. And that's just not right. I think the presidential pardon, personally, I think it should be done away with, because it just says to me that all the money we spend on lawyers and courts and everything means nothing.
That's right. I agree.
And I think it's a bunch of BS personally. Now, I think Trump, as long as it's in play, I think he should pardon every one of them, just like Cass says, that's been in jail since 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And if the Democrats have anything to say about it, then say, hey, buddy, sour grapes is all I can say. Because if it worked but to let that man, to give him a clean slate, and I wonder if that's going to go into the Burisma and the big guy, and is Joe Biden ever going to be pursued about that? And all the millions that he made on the American people with a communist government. If that's not treasonous, I don't know what is. But anyway, I can't change a thing, but it just shows me how corrupt this democracy can be and get away with it.
Yeah.
And it is. It is not what we're taught in school, because there seems to be a clause or a loophole for everything that's supposed to be a law, you know. But anyway, I just had to get my 2 cents in. But I knew he'd do it. I knew he'd do it. It's just like the sun's going to come up tomorrow. I don't care what he said. He said he's not going to let his baby boy have to go through all that, and he didn't.
No,
well, the problem is that Joe would have to foot the legal bills for all of that. So, you know, I mean, he's saving himself some money is really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Shoot, I have to pay for that too.
But Joe Biden is nothing but a damn liar. That's all he is.
Well, he's a politician.
He's not my president, buddy.
Yeah. All right, Lefty, we got to run. We got to pay some bills, but good to hear from you.
I know y'all do. Well, have a good one. I'm listening in.
I appreciate you.
All right, we're going to take our final break, and we'll come back to wrap up the show after this. All right, welcome back in. We got just a few minutes left here on the program. Hopefully we'll get some snow this year, maybe around Christmas time. So
we'll see.
Milk and bread.
I'm not holding my breath. Or bread.
Let's go back to the phone line. Just a couple minutes for one last phone call. Hey, caller, welcome in.
Old Beach Bum checking in.
Hey, Beach Bum.
What's up?
What's going on?
Well, I got rumor that the new attorney general is going to get Matt Gates and appoint him as assistant.
It's a possibility.
Yeah, fair
it's a
enough.
possibility.
Right, could be.
And then there's going to be an Eat Crow dinner at Love's Kitchen for all the Biden and Harris supporters.
Oh.
Y'all have a good day.
There you go. A little crow sandwich for you there. So I don't know how that will shake out with Gates, but it's going to be interesting to watch it going ahead.
Well, the whole thing was interesting when he put him forth. I mean, we all kind of said, wait a minute, what are you doing? And then I thought, okay, that's a red herring so that something else will come through that, it'll just be a distraction. But anyway, but going back to this whole pardon thing, it's just, it's such an odd concept when you look at it. It's something that we're used to and say, oh, yeah, presidential has the right to pardon people, but why? Where does this come from? I know it's constitutional. It's actually Article 2, and I've got it pulled up right here. But I think it was designed more for the military, as far as service members who have maybe made offenses against the United States. But it's such a weird thing that we have, and it's like I said, we don't really look at it objectively because it's something that it's always been there. So
sure.
Why would we really examine the fundamentals of it? But it gives it such opportunity for political purposes to pardon people that have contributed to your campaign or that are, it's politically expedient for you to pardon. But
scratch my back, now scratch yours.
That's right. Yeah, a whole lot of scratching going on, I'll tell you what.
Before we get out of here, the AP Top 25 came out yesterday after a little shakeup in college football this weekend. Oregon is the unanimous number 1, and rightfully so. They are the only undefeated team left. Texas moves up to 2.
Okay.
Penn State's at 3, Notre Dame 4, Georgia 5, Tennessee 6, Ohio State at 7 after their loss and all the fighting that happened. SMU is at number 8, Indiana 9, Boise State at 10, Alabama number 11.
What?
Arizona State 12, South Carolina 13, Miami 14, and Ole Miss 15. So that's the way the AP shook out after the weekend.
2 lost Miami behind Alabama.
Yeah.
Well, I know they've had some difficult games, but still. Go with a win-loss.
Your conference championship games this weekend will be Oregon and Penn State in the Big Ten, Texas, Georgia in the Southeastern Conference title game, and then you've got SMU and Clemson in the ACC title game. So still a little bit to shake out of who's going to be in that final playoff 12. Alabama with a slim opportunity if things shake right, but for Ole Miss, I don't think there's a path there for Ole Miss. So I think Alabama's got a little bit of a better path, but not Ole Miss. But Ole Miss still sitting at 15 right there
on the cusp.
Yeah, I think if they'd have blown State out by 5 or 6 touchdowns, that would have helped their case.
I think so too.
So that's the way college football looks going into the weekend. But yeah, Alabama not in the SEC title game this weekend, which may be a good thing.
Right.
Because it may help you.
They ain't going to lose.
That's right. They ain't going to lose. So, folks, that's going to wrap up the show for today. Roger will be back tomorrow, and hope you have a great rest of your day. Glenn Beck is up next, and what do we always say to wrap up the show?
Bye, local.
Have a great day, folks.
And my dear